How important are intentions to you? How often do you set an intention? Does your day or your week or your month go as it always goes if you don't set an intention? Have you ever even set an intention? Does setting an intention pave the way for less stress and more success than not setting an intention? Let's dive deep and explore all of these questions today. Let me tell you a story of a 13-year-old girl back in 1993 when her world turned completely upside down because her parents were in the middle of a really messy divorce. That kind of spiraled off to problems at school. This girl started to find herself in a situation in sports where she was getting injuries. Then she began to get bullied. Then she felt like a failure. She had to leave her football team. And just things started to escalate and get worse and worse. You know how it goes sometimes. When you find yourself in a bad situation, sometimes things just start to get worse all around you. Then she continued to be bullied. It started to get worse. She sprained her ankle and she just felt really sad and hurt and a little bit isolated. Not only did she feel isolated at school but also at home because her parents were obviously going through a hard time. She found herself really wanting to escape this pain and the mean, cruel, hurtful world that she was experiencing. So as she got older, she turned to drinking and drugs to try to numb herself from it. Eventually, she got kicked out of her house. She was put into foster care and she dropped out of high school. So you can imagine that wasn't easy for her. Fast forward to 10 years later. It's 2003. She's 23 years old and she's homeless. She went from sleeping on park benches to finding a tent that she pitched on a beach. So now she laughs as she tells this story. She's homeless in style, being homeless on a beach. So as you can imagine, weather conditions weren't the most favourable and basic needs mightn't have been met for this girl, Vanessa. One day, a friend of her brother's from back in the day comes to her tent and pops his head in. And he calls, "Vanessa, are you in there, sis?" And Vanessa comes and she sees who it is and is so glad to see him. She ushers him in really quickly because it's really wet outside and he's absolutely soaked at this stage. She gets a towel and tries to make him feel as comfortable as possible and gives him a towel to dry himself off. And then they go on to continue talking about his life, her life, and all of that. After a while, Vanessa sees him looking at her so intensely. He's looking at her deep into her soul. And he says to her, "What do you want? What do you really want in this life?" And then Vanessa says, "What do you mean, what do I want? What are you talking about?" And then he says, "You've got so much potential and you can do or have anything you want. So what do you want?" And then she doesn't really take him quite serious. Vanessa's kind of looking at him like joking, pushing him, saying, "Why are you getting so serious? We just want to have fun." And then he laughs. And then he gets up to go. to leave the tent. But before he leaves the tent, he puts his arm around her and he says to her, "Bring it in here, sis," and gives her the biggest, squeeziest, big bear sister hug that she hadn't received for a long time. And she could feel his compassion, and she could feel that he really cared. So then he leaves, and she lies back down on her tent and cuddles up in her sleeping bag. And then she looks around and she asks herself, what do I want? What do I really want? And then from that moment, she started to get honest with herself. She says to herself, what I really want is a safe place that I can call home. I want a home that's my own home, that won't just blow away tomorrow. And then she remembered her friend Nathan's words, and she says to herself, I know I can do this. I intend to do this. And from that moment, with that intention, she started to believe in herself. This story is making me a little emotional. And that was the first time that she understood that the power of intention is so strong, and it's actually even more reliable than a wish. The power of intention helped her get clear with what she wanted, so she started to take action to make it happen. The next day, she goes hitchhiking into town, and she gets picked up by this older couple, and they're friendly, and they ask her what she's doing in Hawaii. And she says, well, I'm living in a tent on the beach, but it's temporary. And she lets them know that her intention is to be a homeowner and have her own home. And they're so polite, they end up inviting her back to their house for dinner that night. And she's thinking, a home-cooked meal, hell yeah, yes please. So she goes to the house and enjoys a delicious meal. And before she leaves, they say, we have a spare room and you're more than welcome to spend the night. She takes them up on their offer, and in the end, she ends up staying for 3 months. And during that time, they helped her to have a safe space and to find some work that helped her get back on track in the world. She did fruit picking. She did the littlest jobs that were little steps to help her get back on track and to pay for her plane ticket back to Canada, where she's from. So she gets back to Canada. She looks up where her mom lives, goes to find her mom and asks her mom if she can stay with her. Her mom's very apprehensive and listens to what she has to say. And Vanessa explains that she's not going to be a fool anymore, not take any more drugs, and it'll be a temporary stay because her intention is to buy her own house. So her mom reluctantly allows her to move in so she can find some work and basically, start saving to buy her house. So she finds a job in a warehouse. She's a customer service rep in a phone company. She's working and saving. And at the age of 26, in 2006, she moves out of her mom's house and she finds herself sleeping in a sleeping bag. But this time, it's in the middle of her bedroom floor, cuddled up, because she's just bought her own home, her own 2-bedroom home in Canada. And she feels so proud. And now she feels that she can do whatever she wants. She just needs clarity and intention. This lady, Vanessa Wideski from Canada. Vanessa is a voracious learner who shares her love for community building through volunteerism and advocacy work. Vanessa is founder of Low Entropy, a social impact organisation committed to transforming lives through mental health support, food security and employment services. What a woman. What an inspirational woman. And so many learnings, so many nuggets of wisdom from her story. It really is so heartwarming. I'll leave Vanessa's details in the show notes, as well as her foundation and the TED Talk that I got this information from that left me in tears, as you can see. My questions were at the beginning of this episode: how important are intentions? Do you set an intention out there? If you do, let me know. What might or might not happen if we don't set an intention? Little intentions, middle intentions, and big intentions. These are actually the questions I've been asking myself over the last few months, and especially since my journey started with quantum hypnosis. It's really important to set an intention in quantum hypnosis so that the session can be guided to meet an objective. So imagine the intention could be to facilitate healing. What memories can I access that would help facilitate healing right now in my life? Or if you want to find answers, the intention would be to find the right answer and make the right decision and know what to do, and what memories might facilitate that decision making, and also connect to your subconscious mind, which will also give you the answers, which is also known as your higher self. So what I've been asking myself is, have I been setting intentions in my own personal life, not just through hypnosis? I know that if I have a bad dream and I wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to fall back into that bad dream again, I'll set an intention to have a good dream there and then in that second. That's a tiny little intention. Another intention is, if I know I'm going to have a really busy day the next day, I intend to rest well. And that usually always works. And then any other intentions, like conscious, verbal intentions that are said out loud or written down, I'm not aware of. And I'm wondering, should I be setting more intentions? Are my intentions too small? And I'm wondering, is it better to write down your intentions rather than just have them silently? And if I don't set an intention in hypnosis, in my quantum hypnosis, will it even work? I need to do a little test, a little experiment on myself, and set more daily intentions. In this episode today, I'm going to show you one of my clients' recording of her hypnosis sessions. Of course, she's given me her permission to showcase this, and I want to outline her intention. Her intention was to see any past lifetimes that would help her in her current, present life. Just a little disclaimer before we listen to the session. My client gets a little bit upset when she goes through a bit of healing in the session. So if you're listening to this and you feel you might be triggered over something emotional, just be aware and prepare yourself if you're feeling a little bit low right now. I hope you enjoy this wonderful session.
Kind of like a desert. It's really like the sand is really hot. I kind of feel relaxed and kind of tired. Not like sleepy tired, but like kind of exhausted.
How's the temperature?
It's warm, but it's like a dry heat. Not really humid, and I feel like there's like a lot of sun. It's very sunny with a clear sky. There's a lot of buildings, old ancient buildings, but like like kind of modern. They feel like modern buildings that look ancient. I feel that. Let's see. I'm trying to kind of get a feel. Oh, okay. I'm like sitting, maybe it's not sand, it's like a sandy hill. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to like focus on the surroundings. It feels like it's like a city. Like I can't tell if it's like in a valley, like between mountains, or it's surrounded by mountains. But I feel like we're almost like we're separated, like closed off from other people. I feel like I did something here, like something in the city. I want to say Earth. It's like a tropical-y feeling. I want to say like it's not in South America, but it's like by South America. Yeah, like we're not, I feel like we're not attached to it, but like off to the side. Maybe. I can't tell which side though.
Very good. You're doing really well.
Yeah, I think my brain's just trying to figure out like how it's not connected and why it would be like where the mountains are coming from. I'm just gonna leave that as it is. I feel like I'm being drawn, like I'm having kind of a hard time discerning what this feeling is. I feel like I'm being pulled from the last place, like to, I feel like they're both important, but different types of important, and I don't know where I should go. I hear both really loud and angry-ish. Like not angry, but like like I need to choose.
Okay. That's okay.
It's okay. So now I'm pulled to Atlantis, but I don't. I get like a pain in my, like not pain, but like a pressure right in the middle of my chest. Like
you're doing really well.
Like something happened. I feel like.
Can you see anything around you right now, or is it more of a feeling?
It's more of a feeling now.
Is the feeling overwhelming, or is it just there?
It's just there. Like I need to acknowledge it, but maybe I'm not ready for that yet. Yeah, I feel the thought that comes to mind, and I think this is like my guides or my higher self telling me that I am ready to go there. But like they're saying like you're ready, but you're like almost like my mind is ready, but my soul isn't yet. Like I want to, but I shouldn't. Okay, so we won't go that way then.
Today. What about the other one you were being pulled to?
Oh yeah, Egypt.
Egypt.
So yeah, actually when we started the chakra clearing. I actually like was getting pictures or visions of this, and I just got brought back. I can see jackal statues, like when they're like in front of maybe a doorway. I'm walking down the hall, and I'm just kind of walking inside the building.
Is it an empty building? Can you see anyone else?
There's no one else around me, but like there's people in the building, and I feel like I'm in like a multi-story building maybe, or and I feel like I'm on the second floor. And I'm like just walking down this hallway, like I'm in no hurry to get anywhere. Like I'm definitely human. And I feel like I'm female. I feel like really like delicate.
Yeah.
But like my fingers are like long, not like super long though. Like I just feel very dainty. Yeah. So, and like I feel like I'm wearing almost like white silk, and my hair is black.
Sounds like a lovely Egyptian lady.
I feel like I'm important. Like when I was walking down that hall, I like got to the end, and it like led almost like an outside terrace. And I turned right, and I look out to my left, and there's like pillars. Like a half wall with pillars.
Yeah.
And I can see like water in the distance, like over a city, and it's like the city is almost like stepped down to the like not a hill, but down to the water almost. And
you're doing really well.
Yeah, and if I like look, I'm like facing the water, and I look to the right or the left, there's just like buildings. And then I just kind of peter off.
Can you identify what you learned in this lifetime?
Self-worth, and to be mentally strong. That even though, you know, society and like other people, even though they see you like as a female and not worth anything, that I feel like I proved them wrong.
Amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah, kind of like, you know, anything you say I can't do, I'm gonna do it, and like do it to the extreme.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, and then I just feel like another sense of accomplishment. Like I did something and I made a difference. But I don't feel like I lived very long. I feel like I like my life was cut short, but I was okay with it. Like I was
Mhm.
okay with what happened.
It's like you accomplished what you needed.
Yeah, yeah. Like I could have lived longer, but I couldn't,
Mhm.
and I was okay with that because I made things better and I made a difference, or I tried to at least.
Wow,
That's what I feel like.
that's so cool.
Yeah, I can't like yeah, I can't really like see anything anymore, but that's like what the
Mhm.
thoughts and the feelings that are like are right here.
Yeah.
And
Is it like
yeah,
a sense of love or a sense of power?
both.
Mhm.
Um, God, I almost feel like I was like royalty
Mhm.
because I don't feel like I feel love from like a parental love.
Mhm.
I think I had kids as well, as I feel like that parental love coming from me as well.
Mhm.
And then I also feel like a bigger um it's like bigger,
Mhm.
like my like almost like my people loved me too.
Yeah. A sense of like loyalty from a bigger
Yeah.
community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then that parental love like doesn't I feel like it doesn't only go towards my kids, but it goes like in the same way, like
Mhm.
reciprocated back to those people.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if I was just like higher society or royalty or something like that, but that's how it feels.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely feels weird in this space here.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
get in very like a lot of pride too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Shall we move on to the next most necessary moment or
Yeah,
time?
yeah, because it it felt like or what I saw was like movie theater curtains closing
Oh,
on it.
really? That's funny.
like like one on each of my eyes, and it like just went.
The end.
Yep, like that was that. Okay.
Moving on to the next episode.
Yeah,
You can float to the next important place you're meant to be.
tried going to Atlantis again, and they're just like, not today, maybe another
Hmm.
time.
When you say they, are we talking about your team right now? Who are we
Hmm.
talking to?
Yeah, my hmm, I can't really distinguish how many. 'Cause I almost feel like a lot of like little sparkles, dots.
Like orbs?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and like some of them are brighter,
Hmm.
and some of them are like kind of like fading out to the background, like we're here, but
Hmm.
we're not relevant right now.
Okay.
And
Would they like you to visit another relevant time?
maybe, maybe not. Should we play it? Not sure.
Hmm. There's no rush.
And I think I just realized why I don't want to be in it.
Hmm.
God, I just got really emotional.
It's okay.
Really, oh my God, so fucking sad.
Okay.
Um, I don't know why though.
Hmm. It's okay to allow your emotions out. How do you feel?
I feel lost. Like despair lost.
Hmm. You're going through loss.
Yeah.
Is the
God.
feeling overwhelming?
Yeah, it's
You can observe this feeling without fully feeling it if you want to. You don't have to go through this full overwhelming feeling if you don't want to.
yeah, it's just terrible. It's just this gut-wrenching sadness. I don't know where it's coming from though, or why. And the only feeling time I've ever had this much sadness was when I lost my mom in this lifetime, and God, it's almost worse than that.
Really?
Yeah, oh my God, I just don't know what to do next.
Well, can you move a little bit further on? Or are you supposed to go through this?
I feel like I'm supposed to experience this.
Okay. It's good to let it out. It's a healing.
Oh my God, it's just so sad. I think, yeah, I don't know if I lost someone really important to me, or oh God, I don't know. Maybe it's not the same memory as his. I don't know.
It sounds like you're going through a good release, a deep healing.
Yeah. And
it's okay.
Oh my God, it's I feel like I'm going fast forward in time, and I am feeling better.
That's good. You're doing really well.
I can't identify exactly what I lost or what happened, but I feel like we're moving on. I don't know who I'm with, but I'm with other people.
You on Earth, or?
I don't think so. It could be. It almost feels like a space station.
Can you see what you look like?
I feel really tall. And I'm trying to look in the, a window or for reflection. Feel I got really big feet.
Really big feet.
Yeah. And I don't wear shoes. I'm looking down at my feet. And my skin is, I think it's orange. Maybe. But maybe not. I feel like it's shifting. I feel like furry too. definitely on 2 feet, and
Do you know why you're there?
um, I think I feel like I'm on a space station. Like I feel like I'm always walking down a hallway. It's so weird. Like I'm like passing people. They're like the same as me. Like, like there's some like me, and there's some like big people, small people, really small people, medium-sized people. Like there's like it's just all kinds of almost like a giant city in a space station kind of a thing.
Interesting. And do they look like you?
So like, there's some people. I feel like I'm Lyran, but I'm not. But like not really. Like I am, but I'm different.
Yeah.
Like I get that, like furry, tall feeling. Like my feet look like cat's feet, kind of. I feel like I don't have like a mane or anything like that. Like I just feel like sleeker. Yeah. And I'm here. Trying to like get a sense of what I'm doing. I feel like I'm here for a couple of reasons. Like sciencey stuff, it feels like. Kind of like flora, fauna.
Yeah, like experimental stuff.
Yeah, like nurturing and like, making sure like things still exist. Like there's a safe place for like flora, fauna stuff, and like how they interact and react and stuff like that. And then like meetings comes to mind as well. And just to be here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird.
Good.
I feel like me being here is like not curing, but healing that like loss, that wound, like that whatever I lost, I can like whatever was like recovered or still around from whatever happened, that I can like maintain it, like maintaining like a part of home. So it's like helping. And I think that is the end of that. Because the curtains just like close again.
I love that happens.
That is so weird.
It's funny because it's like clear. There's nothing else to see anymore there.
Yeah, it was like the lights got dim, and then as they were dimming, the curtains just went, whoop. That's it.
That's all, folks. Moving on to the next episode.
Yeah. I think that's all I'm supposed to see, because they're like my Harrisloff is like, that's it. You're done. You're good. That's what you needed to see.
So would it be true to say that would we ask your higher self to come forward now, or is she already there?
Yeah, she has been here. Oh, you sneaky bugger, you've been here this whole time.
You've been here the whole time. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was like I just felt like a like warm, tingly pressure, like
Mm-hmm.
on my right side, like just kind
Mm-hmm.
of like, hey, like a shoulder bump, like, hey, been here the whole time.
Oh, if you'd like to lend your vocal cords, let's ask her a few questions. Okay, so how can she connect to her parallel self more strongly?
Yeah, so I keep butting her out. So she just said that she's gonna sit on the side, and I'm supposed to relay what she is saying.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying that I'm doing what I need to do with the like emotional like chakra work in the QLC club thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like just acknowledging like where her blockages are.
What are the next steps needs to do and take in order to quit her job and work for herself?
She needs to keep just going with the flow right now, because she's already on the path that she needs to be on, and it'll get there eventually. She wants a fast, like a quick fix, but it'll take time for her. As long as she keeps doing the work that she's doing, she'll get there. She needs to open up her chakras first and learn how to open up that spiritual path, or not path, but like
connection,
like phone line. Yeah, connection. Open up that connection. And then she'll be able to do a lot more and eventually get to work for herself.
Amazing.
Doing like hypnosis, reading Akashic records, all different kinds of spiritual stuff.
That's so cool. What's connection to ancient Egypt?
She had a past life there. I feel like I think that was her only other like human life here.
Was that the life we were shown?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And just whatever, I follow her intuition on her like feelings towards it. So like she already knows. And she's just wants confirmation, but she already has it.
Have any connections to Atlantis or Lemuria?
The first one was Lemuria. And I think like very briefly in Atlantis. The connection to that, it's like she wanted to go to Atlantis to experience like both of them, but she just like connected to Lemuria more. And that's where she like, yeah, I don't know, just connected better. It feels right.
Had any past lifetimes with her fiance?
A lot.
What was their connection And how has that played out?
I feel like they will always be, or always were and will be. That's how it ended. Well, like supposed to find each other. In like the romantic sense, they're the same.
Yeah. Oh, what's the most important thing for now right now?
Just to follow your intuition. If you you already know how it's going to go, you can just feel it, and you just need to let it happen. Continue to rest whenever you need to. You don't need to push it or overdo yourself. And everything will work out. But just when you have, like, when your intuition goes both ways, just like take time to meditate and ask for help, and we'll be there and guide you.
To do to open her heart, third eye, and crown chakras.
So for the crown and the third eye, she just needs to like work the muscles, essentially, quote unquote, work the muscles. Practice makes perfect, because this is all still very new, so it's going to take some time. But just keep doing the work by practicing meditation. Don't just think about it, just do it. Even if it's 10-15 minutes, just do it. And for the heart chakra, that's what like the last memory was, is opening that up. Because that loss and that grief is what she put up walls so she doesn't have to feel that, because it protected her at different points in time. It's like each point, each important point in time put up another like wall. So it's gonna take time to knock them down, but the memory today should help open up like a little pathway, or like a little pathway, I guess, hole, whatever. Oh, I'm trying to see it. It's there, but I almost feel like I get the image of like a scale, like a two-sided scale, and they're like balancing back and forth. So I think it's to learn balance. So they both,
or you both balance each other out.
Yeah.
That's a good symbol.
Yeah, it's a big golden scale.
What a wonderful, wonderful session. Not only was it quite sad, but also really healing. And my client embarked on her journey in releasing grief and breaking down the walls that once used to protect her in the world. She's on a journey now of healing, letting go, allowing people in, and she got a lot of really useful information, and she discovered lots of lifetimes with her current fiance and got very valuable information about people in her life, advice, and she met her parallel self. She also discovers what to do in her true calling in life, her work's mission. She got very valuable information on how to open up her connection through her chakras, believing in herself and the path ahead, how to follow her intuition and what choices to make and the people to allow in. So working on her chakras, I think, was very useful for her, because when we go through loss and grief, it's absolutely normal to build up a wall to protect ourselves, because it's a human mechanism to prevent us from getting hurt in the future. We learn to defend ourselves, and it's absolutely beneficial. But in order to, I suppose, pave the way for healing, the walls need to come down in order to access the love that we have in our heart and allow things to flow, remove blockages, let go, release, and allow us to be in a place of receiving and giving, receiving love and giving love, opening up our avenues for the best possible opportunities, the most valuable connections, and most importantly, our true life's path. So I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. It was truly a heartwarming session. It really had my heart beaming, absolute beaming with love. I'm so grateful, really am so grateful for the connections that I have made along this journey. I am forever appreciative. So if you'd like to get in contact with me and embark on a quantum hypnosis healing journey, you can contact me through the information in the show notes or on Instagram, as I always say before. And I look forward to meeting you all and discussing any questions you have about anything, because I remember when I first discovered quantum hypnosis, I had so many questions, and it just opened more and more doors. It's like a new world. It really is. So I'm here to answer them all. Sending you loads of love and a very good week ahead.